What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Mags. So, of course, it is the Eddie Howe derby and our second game of the brand new Premier League season and our first away game of this brand new season as well, as Newcastle head down to the south coast to take on Bournemouth. Now, this has always been a tricky game when you go down to the Vitality Stadium. It's always a one where you've got to be very cautious going into it. It's going to be a 2 o'clock kickoff game on Sunday. Newcastle taking on Bournemouth down at the Vitality Stadium. The referee's going to be David Coote. VAR's going to be Tim Robinson. And I've got to say, I'm not looking forward to the ref. I'm not looking forward to the VAR. The VAR, I've seen him, his first game, Ipswich, Liverpool. He was given a lot of favourable decisions towards Liverpool, very soft ones. David Coote as well, never impresses you. Seeing him as a referee, he's really bad with his decisions. And of course, he was the referee for our League Cup final against Man United as well, recently back a few, so I'm not the biggest fan of David Coote. But let's look at the Bournemouth team going into the game. Obviously, they're going to have a new man up top as their front of their attack instead of Solanke this season, who scored both goals in the game last season when we played them down at the Vitality Stadium. They've got Evanilson, Brazilian from Porto, coming in to replace Solanke, as Solanke, of course, moved to Spurs. They're unbeaten in their opening home games since the 17-18 campaign as well, so that's going to be something that we're going to have to look to get around and get a win against, because if we can beat that record and get the win, then we can, get a record for ourselves, aiming for 6 points from the first two games for the first time since the 97-98 campaign. So that would be fantastic for us. And looking at it, we've got a really good set of players going into this. We had a really good game against Southampton. When you look past, the bad decisions by the referee, we put on a really good show against them. So if we can do that to Bournemouth, and come away from this game with all 3 points, then that would be absolutely amazing. Looking at with team news going into the game, obviously Jamal Lascelles and Sven Botman will be out until January of next year. And of course, Miley will be out for a reasonable amount of time as well. Wilson's probably the closest one to coming back alongside Sandro Tonali off of course, his suspension. Tonali will be back for the game against Nottingham Forest in the League Cup after this game. But Callum Wilson is probably around about the same time as well. Fabian Shaw, unfortunately, will not be available for this game, the next game, or the game after that. Obviously, we're still waiting on the news of Mark Guehi after hearing that we were very, very close to getting that deal done. And then, of course, there's other talk of transfers as well, which I'll cover in another video when I hear a bit more about them. But before it's going into this game, like I say, we need to go in with a positive mindset. We need to go in there with the mindset to come away with the 3 points. Obviously, it's a Eddie Howe derby as well, so it's going to be a tough game, as it always is down at the Vitality Stadium. It's always a very tough game, but hopefully we can see that through and we can come away with all 3 points in the game. And I'm going to go with Newcastle to come away 2-1 winners against Bournemouth. That's what I'm going to go with for my score prediction. Let us know your score predictions down in the comments below. Any Bournemouth fans watching as well, make sure to get involved as well. Let us know your score predictions down in the comments below. Hit a like on the video. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell for all notifications and all that stuff, as it helps to support the channel. And I'll see you all for the next one. Away the lads.